I knew that I was like somewhere in the late Middle Ages, somewhere around Europe, Eastern-ish maybe, but I wanted it to feel like it was coming from the real place in my imagination, which was sort of the imagination of my own that I had as a child. And when I first encountered what felt like the fantastic, which was in fairy tales, and I had a very, very weird librarian in elementary school who completely of her own will had every single class come visit her in the library, which was in the basement, to sit on the rug while she painstakingly recited off the top of her head these incredibly boring fairy tales. And she had constructed like what was actually kind of ingenious, like a felt backdrop. And she had props and stuff that she had made and cut out in felt. So there was like a table, and you just very slowly putting the table on the felt, and then very slowly putting the princess, like the princess, and then having the scene very boring, and then slowly peeling the princess off and picking up, the ogre or whatever. And I had, that was definitely like a time in my life where I think that was where I was born as a writer, just staring into the abyss, questioning, what is life? Does time exist outside of this library? And, so I have this complicated relationship with storytelling. And I wrote this book not thinking that I was going to write it. During lockdown, I was like, okay, the world is falling apart. I'm a writer. What do I do? Write a book, obviously. So I knew I wanted to contend with these like very big and abstract forces that I will never understand, which are impossible to understand, while also kind of processing it through a mind and like the smallness of my life, and feeling very much like I was just in the library being like, is this really happening? Do I exist? Are you really here? Am I talking to myself? That kind of thing.